Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. I'm just going to try a little different type of recording. Less talking and more cuts. We'll just see if you like it or not. Let me know in the comments. This pack, I think you could definitely first pick Tolarian Academy, and that's probably correct, and honestly, it's just what I'm going to do. Okay, we got past a Mana Crypt. Hard to be too mad about that. Otherwise, stock up Fable, but let's just take the Mana Crypt. Okay, now we finally have some decisions here. We could go Echo of Aeons and try and go into Storm combo. We could take Nissa, which is one of my favorite cards ever. Shadow Spear does go well with Tolarian Academy, and it is quite powerful, so I think I will take that. Just more free mana is good. Okay, there's a Gut. Gut is just exceptionally strong. Doesn't exactly combo with Tolarian Academy, but seeing it this late is a sign. The other direction you could go is something like Volcanic Island or Palantir of Orthanc. Palantir in particular is very strong when you can play it early. We could play it as early as turn 1 with this deck. So that is also a different direction to go. And actually, I could see not playing Gut for that reason because, like, this deck's going to win all at once. It's not going to win with a bunch of small attacks. So I'm going to grab Volcanic Island. Okay, I'll take a Forensic Gadgeteer. Fits perfectly with the plan. Tinker. Alright, very happy about that one. This pack is a little bit weird. There's a Chrome Host Seed Shark, which can make tokens to go with all of our combos, so I could see taking that. Meticulous Archive is also decent fixing. I'm gonna take the Shark. Shark actually doesn't work very well with 0 cost, does it? I'm gonna take the Archive. This opens us up to stuff like Balance, which are just so strong in decks like this, where you can empty your hand on turn 1. And every Mox you play with Balance out is a way to keep a land and discard a card from your opponent. Wow, okay. Umezawa's Jite. Get in the deck. There's also whatever this card is, but I feel like this card's just bad, so I'm just gonna grab a Jite before it disappears. I still value this as one of the best cards in the cube. It's particularly excellent when either you care about attacking or blocking. Like, if you're not interacting with your opponent's creatures in any way, this isn't that good, but most decks will. Especially a deck with like Shadow Spear Jite. This just lets us bridge through. Wow, this is a good hand too. I like Staff of the Storyteller and Soul Guide Lantern. I think Staff is powerful enough to be good. Let's creatures hold a Jite. Anyway, this card's good if you're more mid-rangey and you're not just either killing them with Storm combo or playing hard control. But if you have creatures, it's a good card. This is also really good with Academy. It is colorless as well, but I think Staff of the Storyteller is strong enough to take. Elspeth, Lightning Greaves. This opens up Nadu as a direction to go. I think that's good. There's also Expressive Iteration to go with this, but I'll take Lightning Greaves to go with Nadu. If we get Nadu. Nissa comes around. What is going on? I'll take a Lion Sash. Gut Wield? What? Alright, we're supposed to be in Boros, I suppose. Holy cow. Gut and Elspeth both come around. Elspeth is so busted. I don't know. This is... what is happening here? I have Gut as like one of the best cards in the whole cube. Here, not much for us. I'll grab a Kaito, I guess. Ooh, this is excellent. This is both an artifact and a payoff for having a lot of mana. It makes tokens, which is really good with Elspeth. This was like one of the perfect pickups here. Very happy about that. Here, I think I'm just going to grab a Swords to Plowshares. My deck doesn't have any removal yet. Portal's okay. Shelldock I love. But Swords is just really good. Maybe we can wheel a Scrapwork Mutt. Wow, 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 wow. The One Ring and Nadu both in the same pack. And Trinket Mage to a lesser extent. Nadu, we don't have the fixing for it, which is a big point against it. We do have Lightning Greaves, Jite, Shadow Spear, many ways to target and trigger it. That being said, the One Ring is colorless, fits in our artifact theme, is also equally, if not more, absurd. So I'm going to take this card. I would probably like to get Nadu, but this card is so busted. We will be taking it. We can follow it up. We've got Skull Clamp, Reprieve, Arid Mesa, Coalition Relic, and Cloud. Cloud, notably, is so insane with Umezawa's Jite. I love this card. This is a really tough pick. I want all of these. Skull Clamp has the benefit of helping with Academy and being very good with stuff of the Storyteller, Squadron, Elspeth, things like that. Actually, not that good with Squadron because this is a 2-2. For some reason, I thought it was a 2-1. Arid Mesa just makes sure we can play all of our stuff. But I think I'm just going to grab a Skull Clamp. Hopefully Cloud comes around, and then Cloud is actually insane in this deck and grab Shadow Spear, Skull Clamp, GT Lightning Greaves. And I think Skull Clamp and Cloud, I don't know if it works, but you might draw 4 cards. I don't know exactly if that's how that works or not, but I want to believe it is. This pack is a bit worse. We could take Teferi. Teferi's quite good with Tolarian Academy. We do have a lot of mana acceleration off Mana Crypt Academy, so we can play it pretty quickly. Otherwise, there's Talisman of Dominance, but it's not double on color, so I think I would rather wait for a better Talisman. The other option would be Council's Judgment, which is hard to cast, so I'll take it to Teferi. Not the best card ever. Wow, Smuggler's Copter. Love that. Scholar's pretty good. Mind Twist actually would be good if we had the fixing for black. This is a deck that can Mind Twist for 5 on turn 1 or turn 2, so that's quite good. This card's also very strong, but Copter is colorless, still one of the best cards in the cube. It was banned in Standard for a reason. It is way stronger than it looks. Give this card a try if you haven't. Next, probably a Metamorph. We actually have a lot of cool things to copy, Wandering in particular being incredibly strong. Multiple copies stack well because it's legendary, so if you play a second one, you can keep the new one and get rid of the old one, so you can put a bunch of counters on it, and then instead of having to take damage every turn, you just get a fresh copy, get protection from everything. It's not bad. Unfortunately, Tinker for the One Ring doesn't work exactly how you would want it to. You can get it, it's still not that bad, and it will draw you cards. You just won't get protection from everything the turn that you tinker into it. I'm going to take a Bauble. Great for triggering things like Fresian Gadgeteer, and it's really good with Tolarian Academy. This pack is not amazing. We could take Consider, Sink into Stupor. Razorverge Thicket could help if we want to run Uro, or if Nadu wheels. Very unlikely that Nadu does. I don't think this is a card that I want to play. Maybe it's okay. We have Swords. I'm gonna grab Sink into Stupor, I think. Well, no. Green, white. I'll take this. If there is any chance of Nadu wheeling, I would be very happy to have that card. Here we have Brazen Borrower, Scrapwork Mutt. I still think this card is insane. I love this card a lot. Scrapwork Mutt does hold a Skull Clamp pretty well. It's also colorless, which makes the mana better. This is really nice because it's mana fixing, but I think I'm just going to go for big mana here. Okay, Nadu does not come around, but Caldra Complete at least gives us something to tinker for. So I will take that. Maybe Cloud Wheels. Cloud does come around. As long as Cloud is equipped. I think Skull Clamp and Cloud draws you 4 cards. Honestly, I feel like Reprieve or Mastermind could be better for the deck, but how do you not take Cloud in a deck with this much equipment? So I think this is optimal. This seems fun. This pack, I technically could have the mana for this thing. I don't know. We'll try this card, I guess. Alright, I heard white was open. We'll take Overlord of the Mistmoors and a Concealed Courtyard, even though we're not playing it. I feel like Amp Raptor is a little bit suspicious in Cube, where you can't really control like your curve. It's very hard to draft a deck that fulfills what that card wants to do. Karn Sign of Urza is insane in this deck. We have so many cheap artifacts. The constructs it makes are going to be huge. It's colorless, so it's really easy to cast off of Academy. Because I think my biggest concern with the deck right now is just my colored mana situation, which is a big point against taking Cloud, but I just I want to Skull Clamp some people. Or Cloud GT is just like my jam. Balance is quite good. We don't have as much like Moxen as we would like for balance to be insane, but it's still very good. It's one of the few Wrath effects. We have a couple Planeswalkers too. Overlord. Yeah, we actually have a lot of good things with balance. Memory Jar goes well with Tinker. We can cast it early. This lets us dump our hand, get a ton of mana, draw again. Don't hate it. Guide of Souls is good in the more mid-rangey type decks if we want to go there. I'm gonna take balance. No, I want to have fun. Let's take Memory Jar. I think balance is better. Memory Jar is more fun. Mana Drain is exceptional. I will take a mana drain. Um, this pack we have Sensi Divining Top. We could Mystical Tutor for Tinker. Glimmer Lens is just a good equipment like that. I think Sensei's Top is probably where we want to be. Okay, there is Kappa Cannoneer. Blightsteel Colossus also pretty good. But honestly, like tinkering for Kappa Cannoneer might just be better in this deck. Seachrome Coast would be amazing, but that could come around and this card just wins games. I don't think tinkering for Blightsteel is that great. We do have Lightning Greaves, I suppose, which could help. Ooh, okay. We could take a Stoneforge Mystic and just really have access to all of our equipment. Stoneforge plus Caldra Complete is pretty good, and we have all of this other stuff. Mindstone is safe, but let's just take let's just be all in equipment here. Why not? Okay. Triplicate Titan is a very good Tinker target. That could help the deck a lot. Otherwise, starting town is like the best mana fixing we could ask for. Well, besides like a blue-white duel. This is a tough pick. I think it's between these two. I think with Caldra Complete, it's greedy to take Triplicate Titan, even though it's amazing, because our mana is so bad. So we're going to take this bit of fixing here. Yes. Get in the deck. There is potentially a discussion around Gush, especially if I had taken Balance. But, I mean, come on. We Mana Tithe all day. Talon Gates of Madara does give us a bit more mana fixing. Take it. Thieving Skydiver, sure. Probably not playing that one. Plainswamp Forest. No, that's not fixing that we need. I'll take a Talisman, but probably not playing it. Yeah, we got plenty of green-white fixing. I don't think we're playing Volcanic either. So we have really like one dual land here. We're only two colors, so we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, we got it. Honestly, Seachrome Coast way better than Blightsteel. It's like, yes, you can tinker Blightsteel, whatever, but Kappa Cannoneer, Caldra, Memory Jar all serve similar roles. And one piece of fixing is going to help all of our cards, whereas Blightsteel only makes Tinker a little bit better, and Tinker's already insane, so there's not like a whole reason to go off. Alright, cuts. This. So we have more than enough. I feel like this card is the first cut. It's really, really good. It is double white. To be honest, this is probably something we should cut, but I'm just not going to because I want to have like the Nightmare Cloud build, which is like put GT on it, put Lightning Greaves on it, just double trigger. Seems fun. But I think the optimal build is cutting all the double. I mean, this looks so much better. It's all single white cards. 24. This sorry, Cloud. Let's do this. 5 and 5. Go down to 4. 6. I want to be able to mana drain and tinker quickly. Sorry, Cloud. I really wanted it, but just looking at the mana, there's just no way I can hit double white consistently, and Stoneforge serves a similar role. So let's... Oh, actually, Scrapwork Mutt, we want to run Volcanic Island for that. Alright, let's see how this deck does. See you all round 1. Well, this isn't the most flashy hand, but I'm going to keep it. It has Stoneforge for Caldra Complete, Tinker for stuff like that. We're about to get turn 1 Guide of Souls. Alright. Talon Gates of Madara doesn't help that much. Let's go plain Sensei's Top. Pass turn. Turn 2 will be Stoneforge. Turn 3, hopefully we put a Caldra Complete in play. They might have counter magic, but honestly I don't care that much if they counter this, because I could just tinker the following turn. Okay, Reprieve. A little bit slow, but that's fine. We take 1. Okay, they hold up all of their mana. Kappa Cannoneer is very good. Let's go Plains, Stoneforge, playing around Mana Tithe. I'll grab Caldra. Play a Shadow Spear. Pass turn. This forces them to want to exile the Stoneforge, and then they use removal on something that's not that important. Palace Jailer. That's annoying. Now I can't tinker for Caldra Complete because I tutored for it either. That's pretty rough. I can tinker for Phyrexian Metamorph, copying Palace Jailer, which honestly feels like the play. Mana Tithe. Okay, this is actually really good. So, play this. Phasing out. I want to eat the Guide of Souls with my Palace Jailer, so I think I'm not phasing out anything. Then we're going to tinker, sacrificing Sensei's top. Grabbing Phyrexian Metamorph. Copy Palace Jailer. We gain the Monarch. Exile Guide of Souls. Stoneforge will grab an Umezawa's Jite. And we have Mana Tithe at the ready. Plus Jite next turn. They oust the Jailer. That's okay. I'll chump with Stoneforge here if I need to. Or I'll just take the damage, to be honest. They'll get their Guide of Souls back, though. I'm going to let them have Guide of Souls back. I think putting Caldra Complete into play is going to be very strong. We want them to tap out for a 4-drop. Mana Tithe will be disgusting here. Of course they do, and of course it goes away. They draw a card. You got it. We draw a Memory Jar. So, First Strike, Trample, Indestructible, Haste. Let's put that into play. Living Weapon. It already has Trample, so we don't need a Shadow Spear there. But no Vigilance. I'm drawing Metamorph next turn. Actually, I'm drawing Metamorph off my draw step from the Monarch. Let's get down Jite. Attack for 5. Get the Monarch. I could even Metamorph Caldra Complete. Maybe this is what I wanted to Mana Tithe. Jacked Rabbit X equals 4. Okay, so we can't let that attack, but it is huge. Any land and we can Teferi. They draw a card off the Monarch. We draw land. Land is excellent. Many options we can have here. I can Metamorph. I think Metamorphing Palace Jailer is probably where I want to be. I can exile the Jacked Rabbit that way. And I can equip Jite. That seems excellent. 1, 2, 3. Metamorph. Pay life. Copy the Jailer. Exile the Jacked Rabbit. Equip Jite to the Phyrexian Germ. Hey, we did it. Okay, the mirror match, sort of. I think my deck's quite prepared for. We got One Ring, we got Metamorph for their Palace Jailer. It's pretty good. Okay, no white mana makes this hand a little bit suspicious. I think we can do better. Yes. Yes, we can. What do I get rid of here? Mana Drain because I can't cast it? That's insane. We'll keep Ditch Mana Drain. Okay, we probably want to play around Mana Tithe if we can. Yes, let's go Island, Mana Crypt, Smuggler's Copter, Sensei's Top. You can tithe this one. Portable Hole, probably hitting Mana Crypt is my guess. That's fine. A little annoying, but fine. I'm going to take a natural draw because hitting something like Stoneforge this turn would be huge, and I would be really sad if I used 1 mana here. Skull Clamp, not as huge. Let's look at the top 3 here. Okay, so gonna be a while before we hit any lands. We need to draw a Staff of the Storyteller next turn. Let's do that. Play this. Play the Clamp. If we could draw Academy, that would be huge. Okay, Adeline is a problem. A big problem, actually. I'm just drawing this card, which isn't that good. I mean, it does let us trigger Smuggler's Copter, loot through our deck a bit, so that is helpful. Through here. Attack. Ugh. I literally want all of these cards. The One Ring gives protection from everything. Karn just makes the biggest creature you've ever seen. And Jite just wins the game. If I can, I think at this point I would need Tolarian Academy to make Jite good because I would need a lot of mana for it. So that is one thing to consider. I think with Staff of the Storyteller, I'm going to discard the One Ring. I think Jite is better here. Adeline's not that good when we could just Jite ping down their creatures. Oh no! Alright. They get a Jite. That's not good. I'm glad they didn't take my... Or no, they get a Skull Clamp. Much less bad than a Jite. Take 4. So, I know the top draw, I think. That's disgusting. That's a big problem. I think I know the top card, but let's draw it. Shadow Spear. Let's crew this Copter. Actually, let's activate Sensei's top first. Of course, I tapped my blue. Alright, put this on top. Put this on top. Put this on top. Crew the Copter. Taking a lot of damage, but I gotta get something going. Tinker reshuffles, which is nice. Draw a discard. Shadow Spear can help. I think Jite is the most important, though. Or is it Karn? Do I just get rid of Karn? Because the lifelink and Shadow Spear is like one of the only ways I could race. Trample and lifelink. Yeah, I actually don't think I have mana for Karn. They go to 12, we go Coast, Jite. And I take so much damage this turn. They had the answers. They had Yuffie and Portable Hole on this sort of just wrecked my whole game plan because I'm just so short on mana. I take 7. If they have Reprieve, I'm pretty much just dead, although Jite could help. Flicker Wisp kills my spirit. That's pretty rough. Alright, so we're drawing Tinker currently. What am I tinkering for? Metamorph doesn't do a whole lot. Caldra Complete can block, but any removal spell and I'm just kind of out of it. But it might still just have to be Caldra Complete. Do this. Tinkering away. I think Sensei's top is probably the least important at this point. Kappa Cannoneer is also really hard to kill, but it's actually not even big enough to block Adeline, so I think I just take this thing. Living Weapon, and I just have it defensively, and just hope hope that it's enough to block and survive. Okay, they have a Mox. Their deck's good. Thalia's fine. Okay, that's a lot of attacking creatures with haste. Wait, what? They just discarded so many good cards. What is in your hand? You discarded Lurrus with Jite out. Am I just dead? 23. Oh, I'm just dead, that's why. Block here. And I just die. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, I just run it back. I just got mana screwed. They had timely removal and it worked. Let's go first. Hey, there's Tolarian Academy. Been waiting for that one. We'll keep this one. This Shadow Spear. Just don't kill my Shadow Spear and we'll be happy. They have Black Lotus? No, dude. What? Actually, it's not that bad. They can't take Academy. That's actually not the worst. I'm pretty happy with that use of Black Lotus, to be honest. They take Stoneforge. And they played God of Souls second. Okay. It's a very strong start. Let's go with Academy. Scrapwork Mutt trades with Guide of Souls, but I don't really necessarily want to discard anything that I have right now. I could discard Volcanic Island, maybe. I don't actually need it. Okay, we'll do that. Do this, discard Volk. That for the Storyteller, perfect. We'll take 4. I mean, I could trade with Guide of Souls right now. It does deny me a mana, but that card is really scary. I think it's better to wait. They got me on this one. They could Portable Hole the Scrapwork Mutt. I think I'm gonna wait though. They hold up Reprieve here is my guess, but I have Mana Drain, but I don't have the mana for it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. They're just gonna Reprieve whatever I play. Maybe that's okay. Let's try a Staff of the Storyteller. Yeah. It was gonna get me at some point. Might as well. I need the mana, so we'll let them do that. Like, if that's their best play, it's okay. As long as I can, like, survive. I really do regret discarding the land. That was very greedy. Because I could have equipped Shadow Spear. I could have done a lot of stuff. Okay, Adeline plus Guide of Souls. Pretty gross. I guess I could have just held up with Mana Drain. And that would have been really good. Because now we're falling very far behind. And by very far behind, I mean extremely far behind. I could play a Forensic Gadgeteer as a 2-3 that does block a decent amount of stuff, but this is going to get flying, so that I'm actually not going to be able to block, like, anything. I might be dead. I might be dead. This card in particular is just so insane. I have 3 mana. This is the most mana efficient, so we'll do that. I should have traded. There's a lot of things I could have done differently. Keeping Volcanic Island is probably the most important. Trading with Guide of Souls when I had the chance would save me from this flying creature coming in. Yeah, we're just dead. I don't think it would have even still won the game, because that's an insane draw from them. Black Lotus Elite Spellbinder, and then they just had the draws and good tempo. See you next round. Hey, I'm sorry for the short interruption, but I just wanted to take the time to mention that I spent about 3 years designing my ideal card game, which is Algamancy. So if you like the way that I play the game, talk about the game, or view synergies, and you think that type of gameplay is something you could be interested in, maybe check out Algamancy. It solves the problem of first player advantage, solves the problem of Mana Screwer and Flood, and there's no expensive cards. It's just a self-contained cube-like experience. You can cube draft with your friends. The other thing that it does really cool is you can cube draft 1v1. You don't need to get up to 8 people, and you can actually draft live in the game as well. So it's a really, really fun game that's based on just strategy instead of like getting lucky, hoping to draw the right cards. It really allows you to make cool plays and win on those cool and interesting plays and synergies. So if you're interested at all, go to algamancy.io, give it a check. Otherwise, just keep enjoying the videos. Oh, right, we're playing against Tom Jab. Let's go first. Yeah, this hand seems quite good. Holy cow. What a deck this is. Okay, I actually, if they have Wasteland, I'd prefer them to Wasteland my Volcanic instead of my Tellurian. Strip Mine too, perfect. Yeah, literally, I say these things a lot and people think I'm like over reacting or something, but people play Wasteland and Strip Mine, and if I lead on Academy there, first of all, I guess I can't cast Shadow Spear. But secondly, like, then they strip mine my Academy, and I'm just really sad. In fact, I think I'm even gonna go one more turn with a Copter here. And like an Academy next turn. If they play a creature, I'll probably just Metamorph whatever it is. Green Suns for 1. Raphelos. Okay. They have 2 forests, so I can go... I can Metamorph for Raphelos. Metamorph Raphelos would require me playing Academy, and I wouldn't then be able to also Jite the Copter. They're gonna get 6 mana here. Alternatively, I could play Jite, which tells them it's there. I don't get a Crew Copter, but then I'll have a ton of mana for next turn. I think that's probably best. Let's go Jite. Play out the Plains, so they don't know about Academy. And then next turn, hopefully they play like Primeval Titan, and then I get to Metamorph the Primetime, Crew the Copter, equip Jite, kill Raphelos. If I could have killed Raphelos this turn, I would have. This is so scary. Okay, I take 3 here. It's exactly the card I didn't want to see, because now even killing Raphelos doesn't do anything. Because they just have Nissa for infinite mana. And they just hold up mana. Don't love that either. Okay, Mana Tithe. Yeah, I think at this point I kind of have to make a creature. Let's go Academy. Unfortunately, I can't Mana Tithe, I don't think. Metamorph, Paying Life. Right, if I do these 3, then I'll have... Actually, maybe I can. I can equip Shadow Spear and a Jite, though. I don't think Mana Tithe... They have 4 mana. I think I'm better off equipping Shadow Spear and Jite. We're gonna copy Raphelos. If I copy this, I think I would just get a land. We'll copy this. Raphelos will crew the Copter. I will then equip Jite to Smuggler's Copter. I will then equip Shadow Spear to Smuggler's Copter. Attack Nissa who shakes the world. Yeah, kill spell here is just devastating. 4 mana. Leyline Binding. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Goodbye, Copter. Manatide wouldn't have helped, which I guess is encouraging. Yeah, this is so devastating. Okay. We're uh dead, I think. I don't know. We're gonna move on. Okay, mono green. I mean, we have the tools. We just need to draw them in the right order. Let's go first. We got Tinker with Caldra Complete in hand is less good. This might be a mulligan because it's not fast. We have a lot of fast mana that would help, like this. This is way better. I'm missing white, which is a little unfortunate. Cabinet Cannoneer costs 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna keep this hand, and we're gonna get rid of. I think at this point Teferi's probably the last one I want. If I'm hitting white mana, like that's okay. We're gonna go Mana Crypt, Jite. We're doing all this because like Tellurian Academy off the top, we could play Kappa Cannoneer. White Source off the top, I could play one of these. We just gotta win some flips. White. Copter. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Copter's good. Would like a white source, please. Now any mana and I can Kappa Cannoneer, which will be huge. Literally. Wait, they killed the Copter? Okay, that was sort of the least important card in my deck. Okay, we'll take that. They killed the Copter. Just white source, please. No! Why? Oh man. Such is life, I guess. I think this was a very defensible keep. Any white source off the top of this hand just pops off. But alas. Look how good GT would be. If only I had a creature I could attack with. Tails, we lose the flips. We're losing flips. It's tapped. I should have specified untapped white source. Sensei's top. I just need more lands, to be honest. I think I'm dying here. Okay, they're cycling a land, though. That's good news. They have nothing in hand that's useful, unless they just draw. Courser doesn't do a ton. They already played a land, I think. Keen-Eyed Curator. Okay, I'm taking... Am I just dead next turn? If I keep losing flips, I'm definitely dead. Take 3. I need to win a flip. Okay, we win a flip. Step 1. Step 2, Sean Island. Ay, ay, ay. Play Island. Okay. Right now, this gets Trample, right? As long as there are 4 more card types, so they can hit Artifact, Sorcery, Land right now. That's not 4. If I block here, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I block Keen-Eyed Curator, I could survive. I would also need to win a flip in that case. I can go Stoneforge Mystic. 1, 2. Equip Jite and play out the thing that gains life. Or let's grab a Caldra Complete, I guess. Play Stoneforge. No, because I'm going to have to chump with Jite if I do that. Securiton Squadron would be really sick. I could make a... I think it would be a 3-3 and a 2-2. But I feel like Jite is like what I have to have in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can also just play Kappa Cannoneer as a 4-4 that does block Keen-Eyed Curator quite profitably. But it will get so much cheaper later. I think it's got to be Stoneforge to get an artifact in play. And I think Shadow Spear is actually where I need to be. Equip Jite here. Play Shadow Spear. Hope to survive. I have to win a flip. Get lucky in other ways. But it looked like they were flooded out and had nothing to do. And if there's any card in the game that can get me back into this, it's Umezawa's Jite. They play their land tapped. Do they attack? Just this attack would be the best case scenario. Okay, no attack is also not that bad. Alright, let's win a flip. We lost a bunch. We lost the flip. We go to 5. That's pretty rough. Tinker is great. Okay. What am I tinkering for? Wow, Tinker is huge. I can also get rid of Mana Crypt. Let me look at my deck. Wow, we got some options. I can Tinker for Caldra Complete and equip Shadow Spear to it and attack for 6. Attack 2, gain 6. They have Once Upon a Time, which means they're probably going to hit something insane next turn. Could Could also Staff of the Storyteller if I'm doing that as well. I could also tinker away the staff and keep the mana crypt so I have more mana for future stuff. But maybe that doesn't matter because I already have 3 and I'm drawing more. Let's go staff. Right, 1, 2, and then I have 3 left for tinker. So staff. Get the flying. Perfect. And then we tinker. Part of me wants to keep mana crypt, but I feel like that's way too greedy. And we're grabbing Caldera Complete. That just blocks everything they have. It draws a card off, or gives us a counter on staff, which I don't know how much that matters. Then, unfortunately, I have to attack with Stoneforge, but it's okay. Oh, they have a spell? Oh, the Exile Tinker, sure. It's still just a sorcery, so they have artifact, sorcery, land right now. Problem is, if I attack with Stoneforge as planned, they can kill it and then exile it, and then this becomes huge. So what does it look like? If they attack out, block here, block here, block here, take 4. Unfortunately, I can't even attack with Stoneforge Mystic. I didn't even realize that Keen-Eyed Curator could block it and then eat it and become a 7/7 Trampler. So we just pass. Alright, you can eat all the stuff, that's fine. Strip Mine on top is devastating. Really regret getting rid of my mana now. What are you gonna hit? Bristly Bill's Spine Sower. They've already played a land, so that doesn't do anything yet, which is good. Oh, why is this big now? What happened? Show game log. What did they exile? Oh, hitting Once Upon a Time! Oh, geez, we're so dead. Yeah, they just swing out and I die. Dang it. Yeah, this was close. It says first strike. I can eat this and this and this, but I just die here. If this was Algamancy, I could block, get that first strike damage, and then use Jite there. But anyway, unfortunate. See you next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Boof Dog. This hand is insane. We get to go turn 1 Forensic Gadgeteer, turn 2 the One Ring. Seems good to me. I'm going to do a lot of damage to myself. Ooh, that will undo all of that. Alright. I honestly might just go turn 2 GTA Equip. That seems... I need blue. That seems to be potentially stronger than just playing the One Ring, depending on what they're doing. Okay, they have a Soul Ring. Retrofitter Foundry. GTA Equip at this moment seems better to me. I can kill their servos before they can go off too hard. Lose the flip. Why wouldn't I? Why do I deserve to win flips? GTA, get in there. Oh, it costs 1 to equip! Look at that! Are we winning? Oh, I didn't even realize that worked for equips. That's insane. Okay, that's beautiful. Do that. Hold up Mana Tithe. They make a servo, we kill it immediately. Boop. Beautiful. 5 mana. Fractured Identity, my Forensic Gadgeteer. And why is this happening to me? Oh! Alright, crack a clue. Another Plains. You got it. And they have the Retrofitter Foundry to just go off with. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay. Let's go the One Ring. Protect it from everything. Draw a card. A little bit late. Just a little bit late. I do get to draw a lot of cards next turn. They get to make a lot of servos here. This costs 1 less? Yeah. Don't love it. And now they have the block sacrifice thing, and we have the One Ring plus Mana Crypt. Not the best place to be. And Mana Drain doesn't do a lot against an opponent who we lose the flip to. Okay, Staff of the Storyteller helps. Let's draw some cards. I need to get out of this. Caldera Complete is okay. Let's go Plains. Staff of the Storyteller. Make a Thopter. Put a charge counter, whatever. Then equip Jite here. Then we play and equip Lightning Greaves. Because we need to get this out of here as soon as possible. Attack. Okay, this is actually huge that they let me get GT counters. I'm at 13. Let's go to end of turn when they start activating this. You make a 1/1 servo. It's going to cost 2 to untap. You got it. 2 to untap. 1 to untap? So I can kill Forensic Gadgeteer. That would still let them make a 1/1 flyer if I did that. I think that's the play though. That dies. They can untap. That's cool. I'm taking so much damage on my turn. They make a 1/1. Yeah. Alright, let's see what happens. Tolarian Academy would be pretty nice right about now. They hit a mountain. They attack me for 2. Fold 11, we take a lot of damage off one ring and friends. Alright. I need to win a mana crypt flip, please. Tails, we win. Okay, that's excellent. Take 2 damage. Draw. Bauble. Bauble's pretty good. I think I need to draw more. Academy is like the best way out of this. Kappa Cannoneer is also pretty good. Let's go Volcanic Island. I think I do just start with the Kappa Cannoneer. This 1, 2, 3. I could play a Bauble to make it cheaper. Okay, what can I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. And I have 1, 2, 3 for Kappa Cannoneer. I don't think I can go Cannoneer and Caldra complete. So let's play out the Bauble. Play the Kappa Cannoneer here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets bigger as a 5/5. I can Smuggler's Copter. That seems reasonable. Make my guy bigger. I can equip Lightning Greaves to the Cannoneer. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Because it already has Ward 4. They're never killing this. Let's try it. Then I attack them with Jite here. I think they can do some tricky stuff. Like make a flyer, untap, and then sacrifice the flyer to make a 4/4. I think they can do that. If they just trade though, that's great. But I think they untap, then sack it to make a 4/4. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Got a 4/4. So I can hold up Mana Drain, or I can put Jita on Kappa Cannoneer. But I can't do both. I think Mana Drain's probably better. It does tell them what's going on a little bit, but that's fine. Right now I'm taking 6 and I fall to 3 life, but they can currently only do 1 damage to me. So I think having counter magic just makes sense here. Corey Steel Cutter. I think I Mana Drain that. No haste for you. Okay. Alright, we've survived. Let's win the flip first. That would be amazing. Tails. We lose, we go to 6, we go to 3. We draw Teferi, we get some mana. The One Ring draws 4 cards. There's so many hits here that could win. I'm dead on board anyway, so let's do it. Stoneforge Mystic, I think does the thing that we want. Let's go Stoneforge. Stoneforge is going to grab Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is excellent. Let's go Island. Play Shadow Spear. That goes there. Equip Lightning Greaves to Stoneforge Mystic. Equip Shadow Spear to the Cannoneer. Equip Jite to the Cannoneer. Yeah, that seems good. And then we attack with the Cannoneer here. I could put Keldra Complete into play. I think I'm just going to do that now. That triggers Cannoneer as well. Do that. We gain 9. We get a germ thing. Attack here. I think I'm gonna hold back the Phyrexian Germ just to make sure I don't die. If we do that, we gain a bunch of life. Perfect. I will equip this to the Phyrexian Germ, I guess. I should have done that before combat. I don't know how much it matters. Uh, yeah, and I will pass turn now at 12 life with the potential to take 7 on my turn. They make a Flying Thopter. I can kill the Thopter, they can untap. We'll just let that go through. Because if they spend untap, I can kill the Thopter in response here. Perfect. Now you just have a 4/4 construct. Okay. Got a 5/5 first strike thing. A 50. I mean, if I draw Academy, we can we can do some stuff. Snapcaster Mage Fractured Identity. Don't love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't do that and pay the ward, but they can grab Jite, I guess. I think what they grab. The One Ring, maybe? Honestly, if they take the One Ring, I'd be kind of happy. I'm not taking damage. Also, that was a really funny stutter. I'm nom 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 nom. Alright, Fractured Identity on Caldra complete. So that would kill the Phyrexian Germ as well. That's fine. It doesn't really do that much. Then they just concede. Okay, sure. You got it. Uh, Thieving Skydiver, they have a Soul Ring. It'd be pretty sick to steal a Soul Ring. Maybe Teferi's just a little... It does give me like some amount of removal, but so does this. I just have to be wary of Fractured Identity, I guess. Well, this is a hand. If I've ever seen one. I will keep this. Wow, this is a hand. Okay, they have Soul Ring on their opener. This is gonna be a game, I guess. Upkeep, Plains. So I think turn 1 I can go Tellurian Academy Mana Crypt Shadow Spear, but that doesn't do a ton. So I think I just go Plains Shadow Spear. Next turn I can go Mana Crypt Academy, the One Ring, and then things go a little bit differently. Vivi or Ornithir. This is a 3 mana 0/3. Whenever you play a non-creature spell, put a counter on it, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then you can add mana. Wow. Seems good. Scrapwork Mutt. Let's go Academy, Mana Crypt. This doesn't even target, so this 5 mana. I actually play Scrapwork Mutt here. Yeah, do that. Discard Meticulous Archive. Kappa Cannoneer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Seems good. This card is nuts. I feel like next turn they just like die to I could play this kicked quite a few times and that'll trigger this for each one that triggers and then put Shadow Spear under there. They have the One Ring, so I can't gain life. This is a weird mirror match. Okay. Ocelot Pride. Okay. We have a flip here. Tails I win. Tails you win. Karn Sign over Urza. I love that. Let's go Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Karn. Karn is just gonna make a blocker, to be honest. That triggers this dude. And then... the One Ring gives me protection from everything? That seems pretty good. Alright. This gets bigger, One Ring thing. I might not even have to activate this. Trying to think what I could draw here. I think I'm just gonna wait. I have so much mana. No attacks because they have protection from everything. They draw. Fractured Identity would be pretty rough, but they don't currently have the mana for that. I guess they do off VV Orniter. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a draw here. They're passing turn. Smuggler's Copter's huge. Love that. Alright, let's let's lose some life. We're gonna gain some life though. Tails, we lose. Not the end of the world. Skull Clamp's also pretty good. All of those are effectively mana neutral. I would kind of like a land, but I guess I could tap the One Ring for that. Let's start things off by just gives me mana. That grows Kappa Cannoneer. Then Skull Clamp is effectively free here. Rose Kappa Cannoneer. No! Alright, well, pretty rough way to go out. The deck was good. I drew so badly in the other leagues. My opponents drew well. I did make like one or two misplays as well, but it was like, open on Mana Crypt, they kill the Mana Crypt. Open on Stoneforge, they have Black Lotus to steal my Stoneforge and mess my hand up. Overall, the deck was incredible. Just some high variance. And if you want to support the channel and play a game without this variance, check out Algamancy. It's a game that I made. Emulates the cube draft experience, but it solves the problem of first player advantage. So it doesn't matter if you go first or second, it's completely equal. There's no mana flood or screw. And you get to draft your hand in the game. So there's not like a separation of drafting and playing. It's just both in one. It's a lot of fun, so go check it out. Link in the description. And I'm also working on a single player deck building game called Azoth. It's on Steam. It's just a lot of fun, deck building roguelike. It's trying to emulate kind of the experience you get from playing Storm, but in a really streamlined way. So go check all that out. See you next time.